Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry from Mowers and Blowers. Today I'm using my cousin Hank the Asian Rednecks channel to talk about part 2 of my series of my new rifle purchase. As you guys saw from episode 1, I bought an AR-15 / Glock / AR-9 combination setup. I forgot to mention in my first video that another New York State Compliant Safe Law Act feature is that this is referred to as a rifle. Why? Because the barrel is 16 inches long. Anything lower than 16 inches long is considered a pistol. Let's say if it was only this long, it would be considered a pistol, in which case, even living in New York State, Long Island, you would still require a pistol permit to purchase it. So you have to have a barrel of 16 inches or longer for it to be considered a rifle or a long gun, in which case you do not need any type of paperwork or requirements to buy this weapon. You can go into a gun store in Long Island and buy this in 15 minutes, as long as you pass the NICS ATF federal background check. It asks you just simple questions, I think the most challenging question, if you've been a Boy Scout, it's not a big deal, but if you've had a colorful life, it asks you whether or not you've been convicted of a felony, right? And so I'm not a convicted felon, so I passed with flying colors. They also ask you if you've ever been convicted of a misdemeanor involving domestic violence. They will reject you if you've had a conviction, even a misdemeanor, but if it deals with domestic violence, you're out. You're not getting a rifle or a gun. It's harder, obviously, to get a handgun than a rifle, right? But there's no paperwork on this at all. It is not registered, but I purchased this legally, and this is a legal weapon. I have 10-shot, maximum 10-shot magazines that go into it, right? And it's detachable magazine. I can stick it in and remove it. That's what she said. But I am not allowed to have a pistol grip, which is why I have this silly shark fin thing on there. My stock is permanently pinned, so I can't adjust my stock, right? I don't have any pistol grips in the handguard area. I don't have a vertical one. I don't have a magazine well one. I don't even have the angled one. I don't have any of that. I don't have a silencer or a grenade launcher or a bayonet affixing mount, right? I don't have any muzzle brakes on it or compensators. It's just a barrel. That's it. You're not allowed to put anything there if you have a removable magazine. If you have your magazine pinned permanently, where you can't remove your magazine and you got to load your bullets through this hole over here, then you can have everything I just told you about. You can remove the silly shark fin thing. You can have a regular pistol grip, movable stock, front grips, whatever the hell you want to put on the front. I don't know about a grenade launcher, but you can put that on there. Those are considered evil features. So I showed you my Sig Sauer 3-dot sight, red dot sight, right? And I'm going to be showing you in a future episode all the things that I've purchased for this to make my gun my own, customize it for the way I like it. This episode, we're going to talk about ammunition. So when I was buying this gun over at Jimmy's Gun Shop in Mineola, New York, right? Asian owned, so I wanted to support my Asian brothers. Since there's a lot of anti-Asian violence out there and a lot of hate crimes towards Asians, I wanted to be more protected, because if people are going to try to hurt me, I have to protect my family. It's just what I have to do, right? And while you guys know from my other channel, Henry at Mowers and Blowers, be sure to subscribe. Go check out my channel. If you guys are into guns, most likely you might like small engine machines too. Join and subscribe. I'm really a nice guy. Even though I have a weapon, it doesn't mean I'm not a nice guy. It just means I want to protect my family. That's it. So I want to talk about this AR-9. So as you know, the AR-9 takes 9mm bullets. Technically, if you were in a bind and you could find some 380, the 380s would fire, but it wouldn't shoot out. The shells wouldn't extract easily. It could get caught. But a 380 is essentially a 9mm bullet, almost the same diameter. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in a bind, if you had run out of 9mm bullets, you could probably get away with shooting 380 bullets. So we're going to talk about bullets this time, right? The reason why I got the AR9 is because this is 100%, well, 80% home protection purposes. I bought it just to protect the home and my family, right? The other 20% is, well, you got to have fun with it too. Not everybody's going to raid your house, you know what I mean? So it's just a possibility that might happen, but it gives me peace of mind and my family's peace of mind that my home is protected from people who are undesirable. The other 20% is, well, what am I going to do today? I don't have any lawnmowers to fix or snowblowers to fix, which is pretty much impossible because I always have something to fix. I have an episode every day on mowers and blowers. As if you're watching this, you probably are already a subscriber of Mowers and Blowers. The other 20% is target shooting. I plan on taking this thing with my friend Mike and Andy from Jericho to a local gun range, and we're going to fire this because my sight has not been zeroed yet. That meaning, when you install it, you have to adjust the windage and the elevation so that you want to make sure your dot is accurate, right? So I'm going to first take a shot and see a 3-round shot on the target to see where it lands. Like, to me, the red dot is at the target, and I'll shoot, right? And I'll go and check the target, and if it's like 3 inches lower to the right of the target, I know that I have to compensate and turn these adjustments here to get that dot to go up and to the left so that when I'm shooting it in the middle, it really is in the middle, So I have to zero my sight in. To help me do that at a range that's more than 50 yards, I am getting a what's called a 3x magnifier. And basically that's a scope that, like binoculars, you know what I mean? But a monocle, where you can, it's a one-eye thing, and you could, close the distance by 3 times. So whatever you're seeing through this thing, this will be 3 times closer, so I can see the target a lot better, And then I'm going to use that to help me zero in my 3D sight. And of course, just to shoot it, get a feel of it, practice on aiming and targeting and all that. And so I look forward to that. So 20% is going to be just target practice, you know what I mean? And the other 80% is for home defense. The AR9 is good for home defense because 9mm bullets don't travel as far as, let's say, 223s or 5.56 cartridges, right? Which the AR-15s shoot. So those are a lot more accurate, and they can go way further than a 9mm. But 9mm will do the job when it comes to home protection, right? If somebody's at my door and they want to break into my house, push in robberies and stuff, boom, 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 you're done. That's it, you're done. So even the sounds of, they hear that, they're booking, they're getting out, you know what I mean? You don't even really need a gun. You just need a contraption that makes this sound. And then whoever's trying to rob you, just whoop, let's get the hell out of here, you know what I mean? Anyway, so we want to talk about bullets. When I was at Jimmy's, I says, okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for your business and all that stuff. You guys need any bullets? I'm like, well, yeah, this is no good without bullets. He's like, well, how much you want? I said, how much you got? He's like, I don't have that much. I'm like, that's what we hear. So there's been a big shortage of ammunition these days, and I'll tell you why. So I said to my friend Anavet from Jericho, Andy from Jericho, I said, how many bullets do you think I should buy? He's like, dude, there's been such a shortage of ammunition these days. You can't find any, and if you find some, it's very expensive, right? But I have a feeling that there's going to be a shortage for the long term. Maybe we should buy as much as we can, The reason behind the shortage is not so much because Trump has these tariffs against China, and then the materials from China are not coming over because of the tariffs, right? And we're not getting materials, so the manufacturers of bullets can't make them. It's not really the truth. It might be in some cases, but the truth is there's been an influx of gun owners because of the pandemic. Same reasons why I bought a gun was that you don't know in the future what's going to happen. If the pandemic gets out of control, and then there's a shortage of food and supplies for your family, what you have may be at risk to other people who don't have it, people who are desperate, who may try to hurt you just to get the supplies to survive. I get that a lot. You know, I understand what that's about. So people want to protect themselves. Same reason why I bought this gun, for home protection. So there's, I don't know the exact numbers. I believe it's over 11 million new gun owners, I believe, just this year, I think. I'm not sure about those numbers, but a lot, okay? A lot of people are buying guns, especially Asians. Asians in major cities across the United States have been flocking to gun shops, and they're arming themselves, as I have. Let's talk about the ammunition. So I can only shoot 9mm bullets out of this AR-9, right? It takes Glock 17, 19, 26, 34 magazines, maybe others, but to make sure that they fit into this receiver, I'm getting just Glock 17 and 19 magazines. If I was in a pinch and I only had 380.380 cartridges, I could probably get away with shooting those because they're almost the same diameter, and they're not chambered for it, but it'll fit and it'll fire. It just may not extract out of the well, you know, well. Anyway, so look, these are a count of 50 9mm Luger cartridges. I think you can usually buy these pre-pandemic for like 20 bucks, you know? So there's 50 cartridges here. 50 9mm bullets. So I asked Jimmy, how much is a box of 9mm? He goes, 50 bucks. I'm like, you mean to tell me that it's $1 a bullet? He's like, today it is. I'm like, wow. Is that because of the pandemic? He's like, we just have a shortage of ammunition across the United States. You just can't find bullets anymore. So I have to buy them from suppliers or distributors at a high price. I got to sell it to you to make any money. And I get that too because I'm a business marketing guy, right? So I understand that. But what can you do? Are you going to buy a weapon and not buy the bullets? I don't care how expensive they are. You need bullets to have a weapon. Otherwise, it's not really a weapon. I guess you could take this and you can hit them over the head with it or something like that, but this is plastic, you know? It's not like the old M1 Graham solid oak or wood stocks where you can break somebody's face with it, you know? This is plastic, you know? So I bought 5 boxes, $250 for 250 bullets. It was painful to buy such expensive bullets, you know what I mean? But they were available, which is a plus right there. There are people all across America who can't find bullets for their weapons. There's a big shortage. In another episode coming up, I'm going to tell you about a shipment that I am going to receive. And I'll tell you how much I paid for those and where I got them from. But that's basically this episode of why we have a shortage of bullets in America. Hopefully that will change, but money is no object when it comes to protecting your family, right? And you need bullets to do that. And you don't know moving forward in the future the availability of bullets, how readily available and how expensive they could or how cheap it could be in the future. So just to caution myself and to be prepared, unfortunately, I'm trying to hoard as many 9mm bullets as I can because you don't know where your next box is going to come from. Unless things change for the better in the pandemic, because I think that's going to contribute greatly to the availability of bullets. Thanks a lot for joining me on episode 2 of my series, my AR-9 Moriarty Arms AR-9 rifle. Thanks a lot for joining me on this episode. We'll see you guys next time on Hank the Asian Redneck. Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.